My name is Nicole. I'm 32 and live in a quiet town outside Boston. I co-founded a biotech startup, a role that's difficult to explain, especially to people who've never tried to understand me, like my family. To them, I was always the other daughter, the one without makeup, the one who worked too much, the one they barely mentioned. Claire, my older sister, was the star, elegant, charming, effortlessly praised. In family photos, I looked like a shadow behind her spotlight. Every holiday, she'd bask in compliments. "Claire, you look stunning." "Claire, your boyfriend's a doctor? Impressive." Me? I was an afterthought. "Nicole's doing something in biotech." A footnote. I thought that if I worked hard enough, stayed late, kept quiet, succeeded, they'd see me, appreciate me. They didn't. Not when I stayed past midnight solving a public health crisis. Not when I built a company from nothing. Not when I sent them nearly $6,000 a month to pay for utilities they couldn't or wouldn't cover. They never said thank you, just expected more. 2 years ago, I stopped hearing from them altogether. No texts, no birthday calls, just silence. But I still sent money. Because responsibility, I believed, was love. Then came the call that changed everything. It was a few days before Mom's birthday. I had just wrapped a major funding round. I was planning to fly home early to help, like always. I called to check in. Dad answered. "I'm coming home early. Anything you need me to bring?" A pause. Then he cleared his throat. "If possible. Don't come home this year." I thought he was worried about my workload. "No, it's fine. I really want to be there." He didn't waver. "Claire's bringing her new boyfriend. He's a CFO, polished, your job. It's hard to explain. You showing up might make things awkward." Awkward. I froze. "Are you saying I make the family look bad?" His answer was firm, cold. "If you insist on coming, don't. Call me your father." Then he hung up. I sat in silence. My espresso went cold. For the first time, I saw the truth clearly. I wasn't just second place. I was unwanted. That night, I canceled everything. Not just the trip. The payments, too. Electric, water, cable, all of it. I had sent over $15,000 across 2 years. Quietly, without acknowledgement. That was over. On Mom's birthday, the messages began. Mom. "Nicole, the power's out. Can you check?" Dad. "No water, no internet. Fix it. Your mom's freaking out." Claire. "Guests are here. Mom's crying. You're ruining everything. No apologies, no recognition, just commands, like I was their unpaid help." I drafted a message. 3 weeks ago, Dad told me not to come home. I'm doing what he asked. I deleted it. There was no point. Instead, I sat on my porch, tea in hand, as the sun faded over Boston. No shouting, no guilt, just peace. Then something unexpected happened. A voicemail from Claire. "You've ruined everything. My boyfriend met the family, and there was no power, no internet, no support. You're selfish." For once, I wasn't selfish enough. Now, I finally was. The next morning, I opened a work email, a list of staff transfers. One name stopped me. Liam Prescott, head of finance, transferring from New Jersey to our Boston HQ. Approver. Me, Claire's boyfriend. The same man my family restructured their lives around, the reason I'd been told to stay away. And now, he'd be reporting to me. We had met once before, briefly at a conference. He shook my hand, called me co-founder Warren. Neither of us connected the dots until he walked into my office. "Nicole?" he asked, stunned. I smiled politely. "Welcome to Pacific Genomics. I'll be reviewing the financial plan this quarter. I look forward to working with you." He stood frozen, folder in hand, as reality sank in. I said nothing more. I didn't need to. I wasn't happy. I wasn't angry. Just still. The truth had spoken for itself. Later that day, another message came. Mom. Nicole, power's still out. Please take care of it. Today is important. I stared at it blankly. No apology, no accountability, just another request. I placed the phone face down and stepped outside. That evening, Aunt Sharon video called. I answered. She looked tired. Nicole, your mom's in a panic. Everyone's asking what to do. I didn't say anything. She asked gently, what happened? I replied calmly. Dad told me not to come home. He said I embarrassed the family. Aunt Sharon went silent. Then, from the background, I heard my mother's voice. She's probably sulking. No one would be heartless enough to do this. But I wasn't being heartless. I was finally being honest, with myself. For years, I was the quiet one, the helper, the fixer. Now, I was simply done. You're Nicole Warren? Liam's voice cut through the noise in Aunt Sharon's kitchen. His face appeared on the screen, polished, poised, then shifted in shock. You're the co-founder of Pacific Genomics. I nodded. He turned to the room, stunned. She's my direct superior. She approved my transfer to Boston. Silence followed. Claire's jaw dropped. My parents froze. No one said a word. I smiled faintly. Hope the introduction goes well. Then I ended the call. No anger, no triumph. Just a strange, quiet relief. I hadn't exposed anyone. I hadn't said a thing. I simply stood still and let the truth do what truth always does, reveal. In that moment, their perfect image cracked, and all I had to do was be. Claire had wanted to impress Liam with a flawless family, but it was Liam who revealed who I really was, to all of them. Not the sister they pitied, not the one they said had a hard-to-explain job, but the woman who built a company they didn't even know existed. Aunt Sharon gave me a small nod before she ended the call. That night, I got a message from Claire. You knew, didn't you? You let this happen right during the party. Mom's been crying. Liam doesn't know how to react. Don't you think that was cruel? I didn't open it right away. I made a cup of tea. Let the steam settle my breath. No guilt, no pride, just stillness. Eventually, I replied, You say I was cruel. I was at home. I didn't start the video call. I didn't announce my title. If a single truth ruined your entire celebration, maybe the celebration wasn't built on anything real. I didn't expect a reply. But an hour later, my mother messaged me. I never expected you to choose this way to get back at the family. I stared at her words. Get back. As if speaking up was retaliation. As if withholding bills I'd paid for years in silence was revenge. As if being asked to stay away from home on Mom's birthday because my job wasn't impressive wasn't the real betrayal. Later that night, Liam emailed me. Nicole, I didn't know. I'm ashamed. Not of you, but of how little I understood. I ended things with Claire. I can't be in a relationship where basic respect doesn't exist. Thank you for your grace and your silence. I replied, no apology needed. We are all responsible for how we choose to see people. I never bring personal matters into work, but now you understand. Sometimes silence is strength. The next day, Claire texted me in a panic. Please talk to Liam. He's misunderstanding. You're his boss. You can help. I stared at her message. After years of being ignored, now she remembered me. Not to apologize, but to fix what she broke. I typed back, Liam didn't leave because of what I said. He left because of what he saw. Later, another message. You're right, but I don't want to lose him. Please. Just this once. I didn't reply. Not because I was cold, but because I had finally accepted. I didn't owe anyone my peace, my presence, or my power. A week later, the doorbell rang. I wasn't expecting anyone. It was my parents. No warning, no apologies. Just a tired face and a manila envelope. "We'd like to talk," my mom said. I let them in. No hugs, just water on the table and silence. My father cleared his throat. "Maybe we've been hard on you. Claire's not doing well. We'd like to make a proposal." My mom pulled out the envelope. Inside, a printed request. They wanted $2,000 a month from me, to help with bills, to make up for retirement, planning, because Claire is struggling. I looked at them both. If Claire agrees to contribute $1,000 and signs a legal agreement stating all assets go to me when you're gone, I'll consider it. My father's face turned red. "You're giving your parents conditions?" "No," I said calmly. "I'm offering principles. I gave you over $15,000 quietly. No thank yous, no recognition. If this is going to continue, it needs to be on terms that honor both sides." He stood, slammed his hand on the table. "We raised you for 20 years, and now this?" I met his glare. "If raising me was a transaction, let's settle it line by line, but I'm done paying for guilt with silence." They left without another word. After that, I didn't hear from them again. Not a call, not a birthday wish, not even a passive-aggressive guilt trip, just silence. The kind that doesn't sting anymore, because you finally realize it was always there. They just used noise to cover it up. I stopped feeling bad for saying no. I stopped pretending I could earn love by carrying everyone's burdens. I started living my life. Mornings with strong coffee, evenings with signed contracts, quiet walks, loud wins. Liam never brought up Claire again. He worked respectfully and with focus. And I appreciated that. Because some truths, when seen clearly, don't need to be rehashed. One rainy afternoon, I stopped by my favorite cafe. On the wall, a carved wooden sign caught my eye. Home isn't always a place. Sometimes it's a choice. I sat by the window with a warm drink and let that sink in. For most of my life, I thought if I just worked hard, stayed quiet, and kept giving, one day my family would see me. But I finally understood. If you let people treat your kindness like obligation, they'll turn your silence into permiss.